Greetings, this is Jerry Revere with the Avaya Technology Strategy and Development TS&D team. This video details a method to migrate the SAL Virtualized Environment 1.0 to the new SAL 2.3 instance of Avaya Diagnostic Server 2.0. This video will detail the high-level migration process of the SAL Virtual Environment 1.0 instance to the Avaya Diagnostic Server 2.0 platform. The steps seen here are only a high-level view, and the documentation needs to be followed for all the individual steps. The start of the process is to take a backup of the existing SAL VE instance. The SAL instance should not be touched after the backup is taken. The next step is to change the IP address of that instance to a new address that is capable of crossing the customer firewall to continue to provide access for maintenance work if it needs to be performed. The process is to change the IP address is the same for the SAL VE instance as what I will show later for the newly installed ADS 2.0 instance. The next step can be done in parallel to the first two, as I am suggesting deploying with a temporary IP address. This will allow for some pre-provisioning and testing to be done prior to the cutoff. The next step can be done in parallel to the first two, as I am suggesting deploying with a temporary IP address for the new instance. This will allow for some pre-provisioning and testing to be performed before the cutover. Create your ADS admin user and maybe a view-only user as well. At the time of the cutover, turn down the new ADS 2.0 image and change the IP address to the former SAL VE IP address. Stop the VE image and turn up the ADS 2.0 instance and restore the backup previously SCP'd to the new server. It is important to note that I did not follow all the steps outlined here, as there is a limited amount of recording time available. I will note when I have deviated from the process. To start, we need to assume that I have taken a complete backup of the SAL VE instance I am migrating from and SCP'd that backup to my laptop for a later restoral. I have started the OVA deployment and using fast motion video accelerated the process. Please see the Avaya Mentor video entitled How to Install the Avaya Diagnostic Server 2.0 Virtual Appliance, detailing the particular steps for an OVA deployment. At this point in the deployment, please see that I have implemented an IP address ending in .126. That address I will later change to the address associated with the SAL VE instance and what was embedded in the backup previously taken. The installation has completed, but instead of starting the instance with the temporary address, I am now going to show how, using vCenter, I will change the address in the properties file before starting the new ADS 2.0 virtual machine. This is one part where I had to deviate, as changing the IP address at this point would not allow for the backup to be SCP'd to the server or pre-cutover testing to be performed. Allowances had to be made to limit the overall time of the video. The first step is to either right-click on the new virtual machine and select the Edit Settings choice, or to click the link in the middle left of the large window on the right. When the setting dialog opens, select the tab called Options at the top left. Select VApp, Options, and the Properties choice to open the dialog similar to where the initial addressing was entered. Slide all the way down to the second to the last entry and change the last octet to 51 to match the SAL VE instance. Press OK to save the change. At this point, you'll need to start the virtual machine. I have opened a console window so the complete booting process can be viewed. Clicking the green right arrow icon starts the boot process. After the boot process has completed, I will log in as admin. Opening a web browser, I have entered the URL to connect to the new SAL 2.3 gateway to verify connectivity. Changing my URL to the SLA-Mon server, I have also proven that service is working and functional. Before you can log into the SLA monitor, you would need to create your admin and user logins if necessary. Those steps are detailed in the install and deployment guides. The steps are also shown in the ADS 2.0 standalone server install and upgrade videos produced and published on Avaya Mentor. I am now using WinSCP to transfer the backup file to the /temp directory of the new ADS server. After the SCP transfer completed, I have opened an SSH session to the server and changed directory to /tmp. Issuing the command as a superuser, restore, and pasting the file name highlighted in red to the command line, I have started the restore process. I have once again used fast motion video to show the complete restore process. The restore process can take an extended amount of time. Please wait for the command prompt to return, and preceding it, it will be with the message, Upgrade completed successfully. I have once again opened a web browser and have connected and logged into the new SAL Gateway service. If you look back where the SAL Properties page is shown earlier in this video, you can see a solution element ID of 000-666-999 being programmed. What I have highlighted now is to illustrate that the restore has occurred successfully from a backup I had previously taken from the SAL VE instance, which has always had only the defaulted SAL Gateway SEID. That backup is now active in the new ADS SAL 2.3 instance and has been migrated from the previous server. Thank you for your time today. We welcome comments, questions, and feedback at mentor@avaya.com or on Twitter @Avaya Mentor. For more details or related information, please visit support.avaya.com. Thank you for choosing Avaya.